girl makes hundreds of people disappear by drawing. However, she was not satisfied with this and finally went to the whole earth. One day, the doctor and his girlfriend Rose came to the United Kingdom 6 years later. The London Olympics are about to open and they came here to get a taste of the action in advance. But what they didn't expect was that as soon as they landed, Rose found something unusual. In this street are posted everywhere looking for people. Not only that, but any car driving here will definitely stall. From the residents, Rose and Dr. Rose learned that recently there are always children disappearing from the street. An old lady insisted that this was definitely not the work of a human being. Speaking of missing children, around the residents gathered around. At that moment, the doctor and Rose suddenly fell down. In the distance, a little girl was looking straight at them, and when everyone left, she picked up a brush and drew a picture. Searching around the area, the doctor found that as long as the children are missing, places are residual energy. Along the way, Rose found a kitten, but what she didn't expect was that the kitten disappeared in the blink of an eye. The doctor realized that the children were abducted from space and time by some kind of creature. As long as we find the energy source, we can find the children. In a garage, the doctor and Rose happened to find a sphere. From the sphere, the doctor analyzed the composition of the pencil. It proved that this thing was a graffiti creature. After some reasoning, the two believed that the incident might be related to the child's graffiti. Thinking of this, the doctor and Rose rushed to find the strange girl who just stared at them. The girl's mother's attitude was not good to the doctor and his sudden visit. She looked like she obviously knew something straight. After the doctor said he had the ability to save the girl's mother finally removed the defenses. The girl's mother said that she and her daughter were the only ones at home. The father is a violent maniac. He died a year ago. Recently, her daughter started to behave differently, as if she was a different person. Rose snuck up to the second floor on the pretext of going to the bathroom. After making sure the girl had left, she went into the girl's room. In the room, Rose saw a lot of paintings with little people. What surprised her was that the paintings could change their faces. Downstairs, the doctor and the girl met directly. The girl's attitude is very cold. Even in front of her mother is the same. At that moment, Rose's scream suddenly sounded. The doctor rushed upstairs. Rose was almost taken away by the painting in the cabinet. When Mom asked, she found out that yesterday, the girl had a nightmare. She drew her dead father in the cabinet. The painting in the cabinet could talk. It proves that the girl can use the paintbrush. Not only can she turn people into pictures, she can also give life to them. Thinking that this could be the work of some creature, the doctor hypnotized the girl. And at this moment, something inside the girl was finally revealed. It turns out that the girl's body is attached to an isolus. They look like jellyfish. Since birth, this creature has been traveling in the universe with its siblings. They are very affectionate. If separated, they would feel extremely lonely. Each jellyfish has its own pod, relying on the heat and energy of the sun. The pods can carry them around the universe for hundreds or thousands of years. Most importantly, these creatures need love to stay alive. Without love, they are lost. Like the jellyfish attached to the little girl, an accident scattered her from her siblings. She was left alone on Earth. Her pod was also lost. Then she found the girl because she was as lonely as she was. Then the painting in the cupboard started to scream again. The girl suddenly started to shake, as if she had been reminded of a bad memory. The girl slowly settled down when her mother came forward to sing. The girl went out of her room. The mother told the two of them that her husband had committed domestic violence during his lifetime, so she has been reluctant to talk about it. At this point, Rose said that perhaps the girl's loneliness was due to her mother's avoidance, because she couldn't even tell her mother about her nightmares. After confiscating the girl's brushes, the doctor and Rose set out to find the missing home. The other side has taken away a child because of loneliness. If they could get her to find her family, the children would be back. After the instrument search, they found the pod is in the street. But what they didn't expect was that the girl had left 2 paintbrushes in her toys. When the two were about to find the pods, she drew a picture of the doctor on the paper. Rose was furious when she discovered that the doctor had disappeared, but she knew she could not convince the girl, so she had to keep looking for the pods. With the help of a little brother, Rose finally found a home in the asphalt that had just been poured a few days before. Just as the doctor had said, the pods needed heat. With the pods, Rose rushed to find the jellyfish, but by now the jellyfish had already taken all the people in the audience of the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. Even so, the jellyfish was still not satisfied. She wanted the earth to disappear and started to draw the earth on the wall. Rose told jellyfish that she had found her pod, but she said the pod needed more than heat. It was at this critical moment Rose suddenly noticed that there was an Olympic torch on the doctor's painting. Rose suddenly realized the pod needed not only heat but also love and hope to be awakened, and that that's exactly what the Olympic torch carries. Running to the torch relay site, Rose threw the pod directly, seeking the energy pods fell into the torch. The jellyfish that felt the pods being awakened at this moment finally stopped. She said goodbye to the girl and flew out the window. Meanwhile, all the missing children returned, but the strange thing is that the doctor is nowhere to be found. When Rose came to the girl's house, she found that the door could not be opened. It turns out that they encountered another crisis. That is, the painting in the cabinet has not disappeared. Through the door, Rose told the two of them that if they overcome their fears, they would be able to destroy the monster. Hearing this, the mother and daughter sang a song. Finally, they succeeded in chasing away the monster and the nightmare they had been having. It was all over, but Rose still couldn't find the doctor. At that moment, the TV suddenly appeared the figure of the doctor. It turns out that he went to the torch relay site, and in time to replace the torchbearer who was not feeling well, successfully lit the torch stand. Of course, he is also to send the creature home. At the end of the story, Rose and the doctor reunited and watched the fireworks together and prepared to go to the London Olympics.